What are you hearing about the possibilities of United bringing, well, anyone in?
Well, they will definitely bring in one player. I think there's enough time to do that. But the fact that he keeps on labouring the point and being so political is not new for him. But I think the intensity and the repetition of this is something that's taken even some people at United aback a little bit. Suggests that he is not confident that too many of those people on the list will arrive. And I think that suggests a lack of trust, not so much between him and Ed Woodward, but also between the club and Jose, because you feel that the club are reluctant to sanction the kind of spending that we've seen in recent years without seeing necessarily a huge beneficial effect. Yes, United are improving. Yes, they keep doing better. Yes, they're more competitive than they were before Jose arrived, but they're still nowhere near being the United that Ferguson left, certainly not the United that we had 10 years ago fighting regularly for the Champions League. So I think there is a lack of trust that speaks beyond what is the actual transfer policy, but that goes a little bit deeper. And that, I think, is the worrying thing. And you could see that the factions, the rifts are out in the open, more or less. And that I think for United, that's a little bit troublesome. And you wonder if Mourinho is just going to rein himself in or continue, because he has done that in third and fourth seasons, and we saw usually what happened.
He doesn't seem like he's reining himself in at the moment, does he, Raf? We've seen Maguire and Mina, latest players to be linked, Maguire in particular. It's a lot of money, though, isn't it?
It's a lot of money for someone who I don't think looks that comfortable on the ball. Yes, he can play, but he's not a John Stones. OK, maybe you can say Jose Mourinho doesn't want his centre-backs to be quite as much on the ball. He wants to go to the full-backs very quickly. But I think in today's game, it's difficult when your guy with the ball doesn't really know how to build comfortably from the back. I think it reflects a little bit of panic. And let's not forget, I mean, United have been buying centre-backs every year since he's there. And they're still no closer to having a settled back four. And again, if you're Woodward, if you're Man United, you're thinking, is he just the latest Bailly? Is he just the latest Lindelof? I mean, is he really going to improve us that much? And I'm not sure he is necessarily the answer to having a more stable and formidable back four at United.
Stevie, you know about defending?
You know, I'm kind of sitting here not thinking about what's going on the field. I'm thinking he could give Woodward 100 targets, and maybe none of them would want to go to Manchester United right now.
Really?
No, well,
if you're Harry Maguire, you want to go to Manchester United, surely.
Yeah, but clearly, if you're that good, right, you're not just going to have one option. You know, are Man United going to be the only team that you can sign? If you're that good, do you go to a place where there seems to be turmoil? There seems to be problems with the manager and the players. You've got a manager who never seems to smile. I mean, do you really want to go to Manchester United right now? I mean, because every single thing, as experienced, as clever as Mourinho is, he's supposed to be great at mind games. I'll tell you what, he is turning every person in football off, number one of himself, but Manchester United.
But it's still Manchester United.
It's still Manchester United.
It's still one of the biggest clubs.
If you've got a choice, Dan, where are you going? Do you go to Liverpool, or do you go to City, or do you go to Man United? If you're that good and you've got a choice of those three, guess who's at the bottom of the list?
Oh, you wouldn't say... Seriously?
Right now.
Really?
Right now.
You would think people would prefer to go to Liverpool than United?
City, I tell you what, there are two teams on the up. It's Liverpool and City. What are United doing right now? They're in no man's land.
There's got to be something behind it, because, as we've all just said, this is Manchester United. This is the biggest club in the world. And how they cannot get the likes of Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire had a decent World Cup. He was decent at Leicester. But he's not like the must-have central defender. Yes, I agree with Ralph. They have got to strengthen that position. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes with the board and with Mourinho, because they're listening to everything that we're listening to. And is it the way that he plays his football? Is it the way that he's gone about his business that they are not able to get, you know, decent signings over the line? I'm not saying that Yerry Mina is going to knock it out of the park. He's decent, but not great with his feet. But the thing is, there's something going on that we're not privy to because this is Man U.